All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into JMC's Intro to Foster Care Live. Give everybody a minute to jump in. Appreciate everybody for coming through, especially for all the people who will be watching this after the live is over. We appreciate you coming through and just taking some time to learn a little bit more about foster care and the need for it within our community. So we're going to take a few moments to allow people to join in. Hope everyone is having a great start to their week, or a good week since it's the middle of the week now. I hope everybody's having a good week. Give people some time to join in. Like I said, my week has been going great. And as JMC as a whole, we're getting started with the new boys' home and everything like that. So, things are really looking up. And just a sneak peek, we have some new foster parents coming into the pipeline, and we can't wait to have more of you guys in the pipeline as well. So can't wait. But in the meantime, give it another 10 or so seconds, and we can really get this thing started and going. All right, so give people time to join in. So, welcome to JMC's Intro to Foster Care, where you will learn a little bit about what we do, what we stand for, and, the need for foster parents in your community and any questions you would like to have answered. So who are we? We are JMC, which is, an organization that focuses on supporting children primarily within the foster care system. We believe that every child will and should experience an authentic, reliable, and supportive community. We also believe that there are no bad kids. There are only kids put into bad situations. And we strive to make fostering become the norm, or, not the norm, but to, become the talk within your community. And we serve the foster care community in many different ways. But our main goal is to find more people who are willing and able to provide a safe and stable home, for the kids in the foster care. So now we're going to move a little bit to the problem within foster care. So there are three major problems, when speaking about foster care in all of our communities. So number one, there are an unbelievable amount of children being taken from their homes and placed into the foster care system. And then number two, that, with those kids being taken out and put into the system, this means, the kids are being taken out of their own communities, their safe havens, their villages, or, the places that they really call home, whether that's a city or, different state, whatever the case may be. They're being taken from those places and being placed into new cities and new communities and new villages that, they may not be accustomed to, or they may not be very used to. And then number three, the last problem is, there's a huge amount of kids going into the foster care system, but on the contrary, there's very limited amount of trusted adults who can provide a safe and stable home for these kids. We know they're out there, and we know there's people who can. There's just a very limited amount of people who have decided to, just make that switch and take on this journey of, helping these foster kids. So those are the three main problems. And then here at JMC, our, kind of like our mission and our mantra and what we go by, and our tagline, we believe that we are a village for children in need. And you probably wonder a little bit what that means or how, we execute that. So one, we find trusted adults who will provide a safe and stable home. Number two, we assure that children have their mental, emotional, and developmental needs met. We continuously engage with caregivers as they care for our children. We make connections in our community to those who share our values and passion. And we will help you find a role in our village so you can make a positive impact on our children. Now we can go over a few easy steps to, just to get started in becoming a foster parent. A lot of people think it's hard. It's really not hard. It's a lot easier than a lot of people think. So number one, you can get in contact with us through our many different platforms, Facebook, Instagram, our website, phone, email, or in person. Then you will be directed to myself to answer any questions you may have, figure out how you want to approach this, and get you to come out for an orientation to learn more about becoming a foster parent in the process. After this, you'll need to fill out a background check and also a pre-application form, and then we can start the licensing process to get you to becoming a foster parent. And as you can see, after speaking about it, it's actually a lot easier than people may think. Now we're going to jump into a little bit of Q&A. So if anyone has any questions about foster care, any things that they may heard about it, positive or negative, any myths that need to be busted, or some questions or concerns just with being a foster parent or foster care system in general, now is the time to do so. So feel free to jump in at any moment and ask some questions, type them in the comment section. And while everybody does that, I'll ramble off some some random frequently asked questions. So with that, starting, one of the main questions that we get is that, do foster parents get paid? So yes, but, it's not going to be an independent income source, but more extra, money for the child. You're going to need to have a primary source of income, other than what you can get paid for being a foster parent, basically. Can you make requests on what type of child is placed with you? So yes, you can. We'll never push anything on you that you can't handle, and your voice and opinion definitely matters. We will try as hard as we can to provide everything that you are looking for, and what best suits your situation and your family. Another one, how long does the licensing process take? We say 75 days is the timeline we would like to fit it into, but it's really up to how motivated you are. But regardless, just know we are there for you every step of the way. So do you have to deal with the biological parents, while you foster a child? So yes and no. JMC is a village at the end of the day, and the ultimate goal is to unify these kids back with their biological families. However comfortable you are with them can really dictate how much interaction you may have with them. But at the end of the day, you got to sit back and evaluate and really make sure you're doing what's best for the child at the end of the day. So, whether that's being interactive with the biological family or not, depending on what you're comfortable with and, what you can assess is the best for the child. And, we can help you with that as well. You don't have to make those decisions on your own. That's why we have people who have worked in the foster care system for, some time now and have lots of experience with these kids and, even dealing with their biological parents and, lots of other different things. So, please feel free to ask. Can a single parent foster? So yes, a single parent can foster. You don't have to be married. You don't have to be dating. You don't have to be in any relationship status. That's pretty straightforward. Is there an age limit? So yes, there is an age limit, 21 years of age or older. What do I need to become a foster parent? We talked about the 3 steps a little bit earlier, but just to kind of just break down those 3 steps into the one sentence, all you need to do is be able to provide a safe and stable home and have a positive attitude, and you can foster. and I wholeheartedly mean that. Can I foster 5 other children in the house? So yes, you're more than welcome to have other children with the foster child. Whatever you deem works within your family dynamic, that's what we're going to cater to, and that's what we're going to make sure, um, everything works. um, what's the biggest issue within the foster care system? We talked a bit about that already, but the biggest problem is the unreal amount of children in need of a home and how little amount of willing parents there are compared to the number of kids in the foster care system. How long are children in foster care? Children can be in foster care from the time they're born all the way up until 18 years of age. Even in some instances, they can be in the system a little bit longer. If they choose to, they kind of have a choice whether or not after they turn 18, if they still want to be in the system or if they want to go off on their own. So like I said, they can be in there after 18 as well for a certain amount of time. It's up to them. So, but we're always there to encourage them, and give them our best, assessment on how we feel, their development is coming in, So how do I get started? You can start by getting in contact with myself or anyone else on the team through our JMC website, our social media pages, as well as our emails and phones. And once you get in contact, then, we can hopefully get you started on coming in for an orientation. All right. So that was a little bit of the Q&A and, the rapid fire questions. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about, foster care within that realm as well. So to wrap it up, we appreciate everyone who's tuned into our live, and we hope that you're all a little more familiar with foster care and the problem that it presents in the community. If anything that we spoke about aligns with your own values, we would love to connect with you and get you involved. You can connect with us by email. You can reach out to our email at fosters@jmckids.com. Again, that's fosters@jmckids.com. Or you can reach out to my own email, which is ddorsey@jmckids.com. You can also check out our website, which is www.jmckids.com for more information as well. And you can also reach out to me personally on my work phone, which is 253-229-2521. So like I said, we appreciate everybody who's joined in and the people who are going to be joining in later. After the live is over, we appreciate everybody who supports foster care system and supports JMC. And, we're making strides to move forward and continue to better ourselves by helping children within the community. So we appreciate everybody who's joined in. Thank you and have a blessed night.